From Outpost Gray, we provide you the CyberFed News Roundup. Tech news that matters.
Hello and happy December 16th, 2022. I'm your host, Jack Scott, and today I am providing you the CyberFed News Roundup for the week of December 12th. Let's get into it. A rare unanimous Senate approval sends Quantum Computing Cybersecurity Preparedness Act to the President's desk for final signature to create the new law. The Quantum Computing Cybersecurity Preparedness Act was approved by the House of Representatives earlier this year and easily passed through the Senate on 9 December. Once signed into the law, the Office of Management and Budget can begin the process of standardizing the process for federal agencies to move from cryptography over to post-quantum cryptography. The new law will also mandate the White House to assist in fabricating standards so those agencies will use to evaluate their critical systems. In addition, all federal agencies will be instructed to prepare quantum-related vulnerability reports annually until 2035. Finally, OMB must send a report to Congress every year outlining the steps they are taking to mitigate cryptography risk across the government. The Chinese government is hard at work trying to eliminate malicious cryptocurrency activities. Chinese authorities recently arrested 63 people and charged them with laundering an estimated 1.7 million USD in cryptocurrency. This last arrest is part of a larger operation undertaken by the Chinese government to eliminate malicious cryptocurrency activities within the country. According to Chinese officials, members of an unnamed gang have accumulated over 130 million Chinese yuan, or approximately 18 million USD, since their inception in May 2021. The gang used the messaging app Telegram, which is prohibited in China, to recruit and communicate with its members. The gang became a target for authorities when it was discovered that one of the members had a transaction volume of approximately 1.5 million USD. In 2021, Chinese authorities arrested 1,100 people and charged them with cryptocurrency money laundering. Chinese officials are not backing down anytime soon against malicious cryptocurrency activities. A bipartisan provision of the NDAA called the Federal Cybersecurity Workforce Expansion Act was pulled from the final bill, a disservice to veterans and their spouses. Here's an update to a story covered in October on CyberFed News about a highly anticipated provision of the NDAA called the Federal Cybersecurity Workforce Expansion Act. The final version of the fiscal year 23 NDAA was recently passed and did not include this provision despite having a bipartisan support in both the House of Representatives and the Senate. This provision was drafted to assist in filling the numerous cybersecurity roles that are currently open by facilitating free training to eligible veterans and their spouses. Another provision cut was the authorization for the Department of Homeland Security Cyber Safety Review Board to investigate the SolarWinds attack, which was authorized by the Executive Order 14028. One provision that remained in the authorization for the National Computer Forensics Institute, which is reauthorized till at least 2028. This was a compromise as the original provision authorized it till at least 2032. This week, the FBI sharing network was hacked. It seems like the FBI cannot get a break from cyber attacks. In 2019, thousands of personal information published in the FBI database was hacked. Then in 2021, their email servers were hacked. This week, the information sharing network called InfraGard was impacted by a cyber breach. The FBI was notified of the breach when they saw over 80,000 member names going up for sale on a web forum called Breach. The FBI believes that even though they vet every community member, they believe there is a potential false account that made it through the FBI vetting. Krebs on Security identified the person selling the data named USDOD, and when questions about their access, they said they provided the name, social security number, and a date of birth of a CEO who they assumed would be granted access. InfoGuard assumed it was a legitimate request and never followed up to ensure it was a legitimate user. After the false account was created, they used a Python query to query the user data, then collected the data and listed it for sale for around 50,000 USD. Currently, the FBI is dealing with the false account. There is no word yet if they will refine their vetting processes to ensure this does not happen again. This is a developing story. That concludes your CyberFed News Roundup for the week of December 12th. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode out with others. You all are the best, and I will see you next week.